Hello, good day. So, welcome to our another session in Math 9. So, ang pag-uusapan po natin today is about functions and relations, dominant range, the vertical line test, and slopes. So, let's start. Classify each of the following representations into function or relation. So, meron po tayong dito given sets. Kailangan po nating alamin if it is a function or relation. So, a quick recap lang po. Pag sinabi po nating function, ang titingnan na po natin is yung x-coordinate. Okay? So, function is a relation in which for every input, there is exactly one output. So, x ang po ang titignan natin. So, in set A, ang x values po natin ay 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, it is a function kasi walang umulit. In our set B, okay, so set B natin, ang x natin ay 1, 1, 1, 1. So, umulit po yung 1. This is not a function. This is a mere relation. For set C, we have ang x natin ay -1, -2, -3. Walang repetition of x element. It is a function. And we have set D. Ang x natin ay 0, 1, 2. This is a function. And for set E, ang x natin ay 0, 1, 0. Umulit ng dalawang beses po yung 0. This is a relation. So, ganun lang po kasimple yung pag-identify po ng set if it is a function or relation. Dako naman tayo sa table of values. Now, for the table of values, ang titingnan na natin is itong unang column. So, itong mga x values. So, kung merong umuulit-ulit ng mga values or numbers, then it is not a function. So, in this table of values, yung x po natin ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no repetition. This is a function. Second values. A, B, C, D, E. This is a function. And we have 3, 7, 4, 3, 14. At nakikita po natin na yung 3 is dalawang beses, no? And this is a relation. Now, for a mapping diagram naman, ang titingnan natin yung input, yung naunang ellipse. So, yung arrow po indicates that yun yung pair nila. Si 1 pair with A, 2, B, and so on. This is a function kasi once lang po nag-pair yung input. And for the second, sa -3 isang beses lang. Same goes with -2, -1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is also a function. On our third mapping diagram, itong yellow is being paired twice to A and B. This is not a function. Now, dako naman tayo sa identifying whether the graph passes or fails the vertical line test. So, ang titingnan lang po natin is yung vertical line. Kung tatama ng dalawang beses yung graph natin sa vertical line, then it is not a function anymore. Number one, this is the graph. And using the vertical line test, it will pass. Therefore, it is a function. Kasi isang beses lang, nag-intersect yung graph po natin at saka yung vertical line. For the second one, isang beses lang din, kung mapapansin natin, that the vertical line here on the grid only intersects at one point of the graph. So this is a function, so pass. So this is an ellipse. In this portion, there are two intersections, so 2 points intersect at the ellipse, therefore it fails the vertical line test. Another, this is the graph, it passes. Another graph, still horizontal ellipse, fails. And last, it is also fails Kasi dalawang beses po nag-intersect yung graph po natin sa vertical line. So it fails. Next is to determine the domain and range of the following. Kung given yung set, for example, ito yung number 1, set A 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, ang domain po natin ay yung mga x coordinates, yung mga nauuna. Okay, so itong mga nauna, ito, and this. Yun po yung domain natin. Yung range naman natin is yung pangalawang element po sa set. Domain in this case is 1, 2, 3, 4. And the range, since apat na 2, isang beses lang po natin isulat si 2. Set B. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Domain po natin ay 1. Kasi mapapansin natin isa lang eh. 1, 1, 1, 1. And the remaining will be your range. So sa set A, since there's no repetition of element under domain, this is a function. In set B, there are 4 times or 4 ones in the domain, then it is a relation. Set C, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2, negative 3, negative 3. Yung domain po natin dito is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and this is also our range. For set D, 0, negative 1, 1, negative 1, 0, negative 1. By the way, yung set C po natin is a function. For set E, the domain is 0 and 1. Dalawang beses na ulit sa 0, it is a relation. And for the range, we have negative 1. Now, how about for table of values? So, ganun pa din po, yung domain po, lahat po na nakita natin sa x values, yun yung domain. So, in this case, the domain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At yung range naman po natin, ito nasa second column, yung y. And those are 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Second example, the domain is A, B, C, D, E, while the range is F, G, H, I, J. And for the mapping diagram, ganun din po, same goes with the table of values, pero titingnan po natin yung arrow, okay? So we have domain po natin negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lahat po are domain. For the range naman, we have negative 1, negative 2, 1, 2, and 3. And this is a function. So input natin, this is the domain. So ito yung domain and the range is the output. Now for the graph naman, para sa domain, we need to align the present points po. Okay, pababa para mahanap po natin yung domain. So ito ang titignan natin, the horizontal axis. For the range naman, titignan natin yung vertical axis. Okay, so nakalagay dyan, range is 0. Bakit 0? So si y-axis ang titignan natin. So we have 0. Ito. So the intersection of these 2 points is 1. Kaya may 1 po tayo. The intersection of these 2 points is 4. Kaya may 4 din. And the intersection of these 2 points, 9. Kaya 9 din po yung range. So 0, 1, 4, 9. And for the domain, intersect lang po natin itong point pababa to get negative 3. This point, negative 2. This point, negative 1. We have 0. We have 1. We have 2. And we have 3. So, domain po natin is negative 3, negative 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. And for this is a parabola opening downward. So, ganun pa din po para makuha si domain. Ang titignan po natin yung point, intersect po natin sa taas para sa horizontal axis. So, meron po tayong negative 3. Meron din po tayong negative 2. Meron tayong negative 1. Meron tayong 0. Meron tayong 1. Meron tayong 2. Meron tayong 3. Ito po yung domain. And for the range, sa y-axis naman, meron tayong negative 6, meron tayong -1, meron tayong 2, at meron tayong 3. Ito po yung range. Another graph, domain po natin ay, okay, baba lang po, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Yun po yung domain natin. And for the range, so we have -12, this is -8, this is -4, this is 4, and this is 12. Yun po yung range natin. And for the last graph, the domain is -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yun po yung domain. And for the range, yung lower po natin is -13, -12, -9, -4, meron tayong 4, at meron tayong 12. So yun po yung range natin. We will now proceed to mathematical error analysis. Spot the error. Hahanapin po natin yung error dito. Given scenario. So this is the scenario. A student was asked to find the slope of the line passing through the points A, -3, 4, and B, 5, -2. His work is shown below, but they made a critical error. So ang gagawin po natin dito is to find the error. This is the work of the student. Step 1, the formula. Step 2, substitution. Step 3, simplification. And step 4, the final answer. Now, kung titingnan natin, meron bang mali po sa student work? Sige nga po, pakitignan for 5 seconds. Ano kaya yung mali ng students dito? So this is the point. Point A po natin, -3, 4. Point B is 5, -2. Okay, now, anong step kaya nagkamali yung student? The answer is step 2, yung substitution. Kasi kung titignan po natin yung given, this serves as our y sub 1, and this is our x sub 1. And this is our y sub 2, and this is our x sub 2. So, saan siya nagkamali? Okay, etong step number 2. So, ano dapat? The student mismatched the order of the denominator coordinates. They use x sub 1 minus x sub 2 instead of x sub 2 minus x sub 1, substituting -3 minus 5 instead of 5 minus -3. So, nagkabaliktad po sa step 2 yung denominator po natin. So, instead of 5 minus -3, ang ginawa niya po ay -3 minus 5. So, itatama po natin. So, the correct calculation must be, okay, balik po natin. The correct calculation must be slope is equal to -2 minus 4 divided by the 5 minus -3. So, ito na yung tama. Yung denominator is equal to -6 over, so 5 plus 3 is 8, is equal to, supposedly dapat negative to, -6 over 8, or that is -3/4. Okay? Yung sagot po natin dito is -3/4. Another error analysis. A student is asked to find the slope of the line passing through the point C, -2, 5, and D, 4, -3. And this is the student's work. So step 1, formula. Step 2, substitution. Step 3, simplification. And step 4, final answer. Now, bigyan ko kayo ng 5 minutes to analyze saan po nagkamali yung gawa po ng ating students. Go. Now, itong points po natin, no? This is our x sub 1. This is y sub 1. This is x sub 2. And this is y sub 2. Saan po nagkamali yung students? So, the mistake location is at step 2. Bakit step 2? The student failed to correctly handle the negative sign of x sub 1. Yung x sub 1 po natin ay negative 2. Yung ginawa niya dito sa step 2, gumamit siya ng positive 2 in the denominator. So instead of subtracting a negative number, he simply wrote 4 minus 2. Itama po natin yung mali, and that is negative 3 minus 5 all over 4 minus negative 2. Simplify further, negative 8 over 4 plus 2, negative 8 over 6, or that is negative 4 over 3. This is the slope. Another, a student is looking at a line graphed on a Cartesian plane. The line clearly passes through the points 0, 3, and through 7. The student calculates the slope below. Ito po yung gawa ng ating students. Ang given po natin ay 0, 3, and 0.27. Sa step 1, kinuha niya muna yung rise. Step 2, kinuha yung run. Step 3, applying the formula rise over run. Then substitute. Then step 4, the final answer. We'll give 5 minutes saan po nagkamali ang student. So yung rise po natin is the change in y. Yung y po natin 3 and 7, and our run is 0, 2. Saan po nagkamali? Nasa step 1 and step 2. Ano po nangyari? The student inverted the definition of the coordinate changes. Rise if the vertical change, but the student subtracted the x coordinates instead of y. Run is the horizontal change, but the student subtracted the y coordinate 7 minus 3. Nagkabaliktad po yung rise and run. So to correct, rise po natin is 4, run is 2, to get the slope of 4 over 2, which is 2. Now proceed po tayo sa graphing performance task, step-by-step execution. Graph the linear equation y is equal to negative 2/3 x plus 2 on a Cartesian plane. Fill out the strategic tracking steps below before drawing your line. So yung gagawin po natin dito sa step-by-step execution is that given the equation of linear, aalamin po natin yung slope. Okay? Since this is in slope-intercept form, madali na po natin hanapin yung slope as well as the y-intercept. Pag nahanap na po natin yung slope, aalamin natin yung rise, aalamin natin yung run, para po ma-plot natin sa Cartesian coordinate plane. So, alamin muna natin yung parameters. Ano yung mga parameters natin? The slope, which is the m, and the y-intercept, which is the b. So, ano yung slope natin? Sa negative 2/3, di ba yung slope-intercept form is in the form of y is equal to mx plus b. Yung kasama ni x, si m, which is the slope, in this case, negative 2/3. Tapos yung constant b, yun yung b natin, which is the y-intercept, in this case, 2. Now, alamin natin yung movement. Rise at saka yung run. Negative, yung rise, kung papunta tayong downward. Positive pag up naman. Sa run naman, the direction is either to the right or to the left. Run to the right, positive. Run to the left, negative. Anong titignan natin? Titignan natin yung slope. So, slope natin is negative 2. So, rise natin ay 2 down kasi negative. Then, run tayo ng 3. 3 is positive. So, to the right tayo. Gagamitin natin yung movement as well as the parameters para ma-plot po yung graph ng y is equal to negative 2/3 x plus 2. So, anong unahin natin? Unahin natin yung slope muna. So, from the origin, down tayo ng 2 kasi negative. Then, going to the right, 3. And that is your slope now, negative 2/3. So, lagyan natin ng dot. So, okay na tayo dyan. Then, next natin gagamitin yung intercept. So, intercept natin is 2. Doon tayo maglalagay sa y-axis. Since 2 is positive, sa taas tayo. Ayan po ang intercept. Then let's connect. So mapapansin nyo po na yung graph natin goes downhill from left to right because the slope is positive. This is now the graph of y is equal to negative 2 thirds x plus 2. Another one, graph the linear equation y is equal to 7x minus 4 on a Cartesian plane. Fill out the strategic tracking steps below before drawing your line. So parameters ulit natin, slope and y-intercept. Kung mapapansin po natin na yung given po natin is in slope-intercept form na. So wala tayong gagalawin dyan, kundi hahanapin na lang natin yung m which is the slope at yung y-intercept which is the b. So slope natin kasama ni x, that is 7. At yung y-intercept natin is negative 4 because negative 4 is constant in this equation pa. Then rise, run. Since slope is 7, 7 is also equivalent to 7 over 1. Okay, or 7 divided by 1. The rule states that when you divide a number by 1, the answer is a number itself. Okay, so may 1 po siya na invisible. So yung rise po natin is 7 up kasi positive at yung run natin is 1 kasi right. And unahin natin si rise over 1. From the origin, 7 up tayo, then run to the right 1 unit. Andito na po yung slope na ginamit natin. Okay, so lagyan natin ng dot. Then the next dot will be your y-intercept. Again, sa y pa din po tayo titingin. Negative nasa baba, so that is your y-intercept. And connect the two lines. So yung line po natin is increasing because the slope is positive. Okay, goes uphill from left to right. This is now the equation of y is equal, rather this is the graph of y is equal to 7x plus 4. So yun lang po. Do not forget to follow my page, Sir Nell Explains Math. See ya.